If you're saving up for your first home or for retirement, then a lifetime ISA is one of the most powerful saving tools available in the UK right now. It's like a regular ISA, but with the added benefit that you get a government bonus of 25% on top of what you put in, up to £1,000 per year. This bonus makes the account unique, and it's something I use myself when I saved up for my first time property deposit. You may be thinking though, well, I already know I've already made a decision to use a lifetime ISA, and deciding to use a lifetime ISA is often not the difficult part. The difficult part is often choosing which platform to use for your lifetime ISA account. There's many platforms out there offering lifetime ISAs, some which focus on cash lifetime ISAs, others which focus on stocks and shares lifetime ISAs, and some which offer both. But two names keep popping up which are often seen as leading the pack, and that's Moneybox and Dodl. I myself used Moneybox to save up for my first time property deposit, and they did the job perfectly. More generally, Moneybox have long been seen as one of the most popular lifetime ISA platforms around. But more recently, Dodl have been chasing them down on the stocks and shares ISA side, offering a lower fee structure and even a sign-up bonus. So in this video, I'll break down how these two platforms compare for their lifetime ISA account types. And hopefully this will help you determine which platform is best for you and your needs. If you're new here, I'm Finch, a management consultant by day, and on this channel we like to discuss all things personal finance with particular focus on how to grow your money through investing. If this sounds good to you, then I'd greatly appreciate subscribe. But for this video, let's get into it, and let's start with a quick refresher of lifetime ISAs. With this account type, you can put in up to £4,000 per year, and the government gives you a 25% bonus, meaning you can earn a maximum bonus of £1,000 a year. You can use the funds inside the account for two main purposes. Firstly, to buy your first home, as long as it's valued under 450k, or secondly, for retirement, as you can withdraw the money after you turn 60. However, if you withdraw for any other reason, there's a 25% penalty, which actually means you lose more than just the bonus. Nonetheless, for first-time buyers and retirement savers, this account is a no-brainer thanks to the bonus. In terms of the types of lifetime ISA, there's two types, in cash and stocks and shares. The cash variant is just like a savings account where you earn interest, and the stocks and shares variant lets you invest in assets like funds and shares, and you invest in these assets with the hope that they grow and you make a return greater than the equivalent savings interest. You may now have the question, should I go for a cash lifetime ISA or a stocks and shares lifetime ISA? And the two factors which typically determine this decision is the time frame for when you need the money and your risk appetite. If you're looking at a time frame of less than 5 years, then a cash lifetime ISA often makes sense, as it's lower risk and guarantees a return with interest. If you went with a stocks and shares ISA in this time frame, there's a large risk that you'll lose money, as stocks tend to be volatile over short time periods. By this, I mean that with a period of under 5 years, you risk being invested in a time frame where the markets don't do well and you're not giving your investments enough time to recover. More generally, for these risk reasons, most people in the UK do tend to go with a cash lifetime ISA, and this isn't surprising, as in the UK we're a savings-focused country. However, this doesn't mean that a cash lifetime ISA is best for you and your needs, as if your time frame for needing the money is more than 5 years, then a stocks and shares ISA may actually offer the chance of higher long-term returns, especially if you're investing in diversified global funds. With investing, of course there's more risk, as your money can go down as well as up, but various studies have found that historically, the returns from stocks and shares outweigh the returns from cash over the long term, as a period of over 5 years has typically given investments enough time to ride out any bumps in the market and make a good return. For example, a Barclays study found that over the last 130 or so years, the probability of UK shares providing a better return than cash over a 5-year period is 76%, and over a 10-year period, it's 91%. Another way of visualizing this is just comparing the returns of £1,000 invested in a global index fund versus the average savings returns over the 10-year period between 2014 to 2024. In this time frame, you'd be much better off by investing the money. In fact, you'd be better off by a massive £1,569. Of course, past performance is not always a reliable indicator of future results, and investing involves risk, which many people don't want to take. So you may still favour the security of a cash lifetime ISA, even if you're looking at the long term. Nonetheless, it's still worth weighing up whether a cash variant or a stocks and shares variant is best for your needs and goals for the money. This decision will have a major impact on what platform is best for you and your needs. Talking about platforms, let's now move on to the main part of this video and compare Dodl and Moneybox. Let's first compare the cash lifetime ISA variant, and then we'll compare the stocks and shares lifetime ISA variants. In terms of cash lifetime ISAs, there is actually no comparison here, as only Moneybox offers a cash lifetime ISA. They're currently offering a market-leading rate at the time of recording at 4.7%. This includes a bonus rate of 1.15% for the first year. The main determining factor for most people when choosing a cash lifetime ISA is, of course, the interest rate. So the fact that Moneybox are offering a market-leading rate makes this account one of the best savings accounts around. It's worth mentioning that by the time you're watching this, the interest rate may have changed, but it's still likely that Moneybox are top of the table, as since they launched this account type many years ago, they've had a clear strategy to attempt to offer a market-leading rate and be the home of cash lifetime ISAs. So overall, in terms of the cash lifetime ISA type, Moneybox clearly wins, as Dodl doesn't even offer one. However, even if we compared Moneybox with another platform out there which does offer a cash lifetime ISA, Moneybox would still be the clear winner for most people due to the simple fact they're offering a market-leading rate. Now that we've covered cash lifetime ISAs, let's move on to the comparison of the stocks and shares lifetime ISA. Both Dodl and Moneybox offer competitive stocks and shares ISAs, but Dodl is my personal pick, and we'll explain why by comparing the stocks and shares lifetime ISAs across three categories. Firstly, investment choice, secondly, fees, and thirdly, features. The first category in investment choice is the most important factor for most people in choosing a stocks and shares ISA, as the platform you choose has got to have the investments you want. Think about it this way, you wouldn't go to a supermarket if it didn't have the food you want to buy. For example, you wouldn't go to Iceland if you only want to buy fresh food and groceries. You go to another supermarket. And the same thinking goes into picking an investment platform. Moneybox have a beginner-friendly investment choice, and this is focused on investment funds and beginner portfolios. They have 3 beginner portfolios, each suited to a different risk appetite, from cautious to balanced to adventurous. On top of these beginner portfolios, Moneybox currently offers 36 additional funds. These range from country-specific funds like the S&P 500, covering the American stock market, to industry-specific funds, to trend-specific funds, to different asset-focused funds. So overall, Moneybox has a good range of funds, and these are particularly suited to beginners. However, they don't offer individual shares. Moneybox only offer individual shares for their standard stocks and shares ISA account type, not for their lifetime ISA account type. Whereas Dodl do offer individual shares for this account type. And more generally, Dodl offer the best of both worlds with a selection of ready-made portfolios, funds, and shares. They currently offer 7 ready-made portfolios, and like Moneybox, all of these are aligned to different risk levels, from cautious all the way up to global growth. Then on top of this, they have 29 themed funds, covering similar topics to Moneybox in country-specific funds, industry-specific funds, and asset-specific funds. One thing I like about Dodl's funds is that they give them easy to understand names, such as Big Tech, Full Health, Robo-Revolution, and so on. This makes it super easy for beginners to understand what's inside their funds and know which ones to invest in. However, this isn't Dodl's differentiator in terms of investment choice. The differentiator is not on the fund side, it's on the stock side. They currently offer 80 UK and US stocks, and these stocks cover all the big names. So to summarize the investment choice category, Moneybox has a great fund offering with 36 funds and 3 ready-made portfolios. but Dodl has a greater overall investment choice as they offer ready-made portfolios, funds, and shares. This means that Dodl will better suit those looking to invest in individual shares, and even if you do want to invest in funds, Dodl may still suit better, as although they offer 29 funds compared to Moneybox's 36 funds, the ones they do offer will cover most people's needs, and you'll pay lower overall platform fees to invest in them. This brings us on to the next comparison category in fees, and I may have just given away who comes out on top here. Moneybox have three main sets of fees for their stocks and shares lifetime ISA. Firstly, a 0.45% annual platform fee. Secondly, a £1 monthly subscription fee. And thirdly, fund fees, which you'll need to pay on any platform when you invest in funds. There's no dealing fees for buying and selling investments, and overall, this is a competitive fee structure compared to most of the lifetime ISA market. However, Dodl have a cheaper and even cheaper fee structure. They charge two main sets of fees. Firstly, a 0.15% annual platform fee, and secondly, the fund fees we spoke about earlier, which you'll need to pay on any platform. It's worth putting out that there is a minimum of £1 per month for that platform fee, but despite this, no matter your balance, Dodl will always work out as an overall cheaper platform than Moneybox for lifetime ISAs. As with Moneybox, you'll be paying a £1 a month subscription fee, plus that 0.45% annual platform fee on top. The difference in fees here is very important, as fees can really eat into your returns, and Dodl's lower fee structure could save you hundreds over time compared to Moneybox. For example, if you invest £10,000 in a lifetime ISA, with Dodl you'd pay an annual platform fee of £15, whereas with Moneybox, your annual platform fees will come out at £57. That's a difference of £42, and it's just over 1 year. So imagine what that difference could look like over a number of years and over the long term. It could be huge. So overall, in terms of the fee category, Dodl clearly wins. And if you're a fee-conscious investor, then Dodl is likely the better platform for you. The last category we'll compare the platforms is features. It's hard to look past Moneybox here, as their app is packed with features, and these features are particularly suited to those who are using a lifetime ISA to buy their first property. The first thing to call out is their neat saving tools. They have tools such as roundups and automated deposit features, which make it really easy to save. They also have a number of neat features around helping you throughout your first-time property purchase throughout the whole process. For example, they have their own mortgage advice service. Another thing to call out is their app itself. The app is a major selling point of Moneybox, as it provides a super easy to use experience, right from the beginning in terms of setting up the app, to managing your accounts, to even the point of closing your accounts if you ever get to that point. Another thing to call out is the fact that Moneybox offer a number of saving and investment accounts, which means that if you want to use Moneybox beyond their lifetime ISA, you can do so, and you can have all your investments and savings in one place, which could provide a major convenience benefit. So overall, Moneybox have a number of great features with their app, and I experienced this myself when I used Moneybox for their lifetime ISA. I found that the app made the whole home buying journey super easy and less overwhelming than I expected. In terms of Dodl's features, they also have a very user-friendly app with a super easy sign-up process, and although they don't have as many features on their app compared to Moneybox, they do have a couple of things to call out which makes them unique. Firstly, the fact that they're part of the wider AJ Bell group, which means you get access to AJ Bell funds, and these funds are renowned for their high quality. Another thing to call out is the fact that you get interest on uninvested cash with the Dodl Lifetime ISA. And you don't just get any interest rate, you get a very competitive interest rate at currently 4.58%. Dodl are also offering a sign-up voucher for new customers. They're currently offering a £30 voucher when you sign up and invest £500. Terms and conditions of course apply, and if you want to use this offer, then I have instructions in the description of this video. Nonetheless, despite these features, Moneybox clearly wins in the feature category, as they have an unrivaled app in terms of user experience and a great set of features, particularly around automated saving and features suited to home buyers. So overall, to summarise this video, now that we've gone through both the cash lifetime ISA and stocks and shares lifetime ISA variants, we can answer the question of whether Moneybox or Dodl is best suited to you. On the cash lifetime ISA side, it's clear that Moneybox wins, as Dodl doesn't even offer a cash lifetime ISA. On the stocks and shares lifetime ISA side, although Moneybox is good for total beginners and those who want to make use of the first time buyer features, Dodl has a greater investment choice, it has a lower fee structure, and for these reasons, Dodl will likely suit most people who are looking to go with a stocks and shares lifetime ISA. Nonetheless, your decision of who to go with should be based on your own research and the best platform for your circumstances and needs. The fact that you've already decided to go with a lifetime ISA or are thinking about that is a major plus in itself, as you'll get a government bonus to supercharge your journey towards retirement or your first time property. Let me know in the comments whether you decide to go with Moneybox or Dodl, or maybe you plan on using a completely different lifetime ISA entirely. If you found this video helpful, then I'd greatly appreciate a like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.